Alright guys, thank you for joining me again, and this video here is going to be about Rivian and their support for Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. So this is going to be a straight up no, they are not supporting it at least anytime soon. Now the thing with Rivian is they've never really officially said that they were going to be supporting Apple CarPlay or Android Auto, so it doesn't really make it sound too bad compared to any other companies out there that said they were going to be supporting them, and in the end it's taking forever for it to be released. Anyways, a lot of customers have been getting emails from Rivian representatives pretty much just confirming that there is no plans for Apple CarPlay support or Android Auto, meaning that they are gonna have to look elsewhere if they want this support. Now it doesn't mean that is a firm no, it just means that they have no current plans for it. Then it means that they're not working on it in the back at the moment. It is not a priority. I'm sure there's a lot of things in the background that they are working on as a startup company. So having support for this when they already have navigation, they already have music and everything in the background that works just like Apple CarPlay, it's just not necessary at the moment. It's just currently a backlog project that can be worked on in the future. So like I said, it is not a firm no. They did not say that they are never gonna have support for it, but at the moment there is no plan for it. Now because of this, a lot of customers have shown their frustration and shown that they are not happy with the fact that Apple CarPlay is not coming onto their car. They did reach out, and this is what the response from Rivian was. They say that we believe that to create a truly incredible digital experience, an integrated platform that is optimized for our vehicle is the better path. So essentially, they are saying they think that an in-house software is gonna be the right path for them. It will never officially mimic Apple CarPlay or Android Auto, but specifically CarPlay, where you saw iOS 16, how well it looks, how well it's integrated into the system. And this is where it gets us on to the other subject, and that is data tracking. So with Apple CarPlay iOS 16, you can see that they can integrate into the car, getting fuel, getting information, getting RPM, getting pretty much every aspect of the car into Apple CarPlay, and this is where Apple can analyze the data. They can make their car better in the future, and Rivian doesn't get any of that information. The only information Rivian can really get is the fact that you do have Apple CarPlay or Android Auto plugged into your car, and you're interacting with it music-wise, maybe climate control, and all that good stuff. But in terms of data, they really need to have their own software to monitor all that in the background, and this is where it's just really not worth it for Apple. They first have to sign with Apple, making sure that Apple gets a cut into each vehicle that's sold, and on top of that, they really don't want people to eventually move over to the Apple car if that's ever coming, and Apple is just getting free data in the end if they do decide to integrate that in. So from that alone, you can see all the downsides to why Rivian is choosing not to integrate Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. I won't even mention about Android Auto because you guys already know that Google is tracking and getting as much data as they can. They do already have Waymo on the streets right now, and I'm sure that's using a lot of Google Map data, and that is where these two companies excel in terms of software. Apple and Google is pretty much getting free data from just users having their phone on them at all times. So definitely a downside to car manufacturers out there. And this is the exact reason why Tesla has decided to not include them onto their cars. Now the cool thing about Tesla is you can officially get Apple CarPlay onto the car, officially in their browser. So you can just head over to this link. I'll drop it in the comments below if you have a Tesla, and you can connect your phone and you'll get it working. Now this hasn't been ported over to Rivian just yet, but I really have my high hopes that they will be porting it over if it's just purely browser based, and it should be practically the same kind of UI. So there's not much to think about there in terms of if you're going to be getting Apple CarPlay or Android Auto on your car. It's just not going to look as nice. It's not going to be integrated as it would if the car had its feature already placed inside versus having to go through this sort of hack on the side just to get it working. But anyways, I am sorry for you guys that have a Rivian and was hoping for Android or CarPlay to go onto your car through a software update, but unfortunately it is not. So you guys have to find out different ways to just make it work like I mentioned. But anyways, this should wrap it up. I do hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, you know what to do. This is John once again. Peace out.